Hi, this is a training video for CrowellStateBank on how to use your WordPress website and make some minor edits to the site. I have the back side of the website here on the left and the front side over here on the right, and we're going to kind of look at both at the same time. So first you're going to want to go to CrowellStateBank.com/WP-admin. That'll get you to the login screen. Firehouse provides what we call a red sheet. It has important information on it. You'll have your username and password on that sheet. You can hit login. And once you log in, it'll take you to the back side of the site. There's a couple of sort of ads and things that pop up here that you can kind of just ignore, X out of. This center section here will be for your Google Analytics. We're in the process of setting that up right now. When you log in, you will see your analytics information there. But the most important thing that you really need to know to edit your website is under Pages. So this is your left-hand navigation where there's lots of options, more than you really need at this point. But look for Pages. We're going to start actually with the welcome page, just a simple page. Let's put these in alphabetical order. If I click right here on Title, it alphabetizes these so that I can easily find the welcome page. So I'm going to click on that. And the back side of the pages look like this. We'll kind of move this over here a little so you can see more. There are page groups, and then within the page group there is a bunch of settings. It looks confusing at first. It's really not that tough. It's just that this is a page group that is 100% of the width, and in this box is all of the text that we're seeing right here. So we're seeing that text. The welcome is actually the title, and that is set up here at the top, this large welcome. And so that's all of the text, and you'll see there are quite a few tools here. These tools are somewhat what you would find in Word: bold, italics, quotation marks, bullets, left align, right align, center align, all those sort of things. One of the most important things there is to know is that most of your text needs to be formatted here with this drop down, and it would be a paragraph formatting. Regular text like you see on the front of this page is paragraph formatting. So you can just leave that as is. We've got it all formatted for paragraph. If there were bigger headings and things on the page, those would be heading 1, 2, 3, 4, and so forth. Heading 1 is your largest heading, and then these are sort of subheading sizes, smaller headings. And then you can change things manually if you wanted to change font size, or even for that matter, font color. But we would suggest that you don't. It's really best that you leave that as is, and so everything's very consistent throughout the site. There's also a couple of formatting issues that we'll take a look at, but we're going to go back to the home page, and we'll go back here to Pages and down to Home. Now this one's a little more complicated, which is why we started with Welcome. But this one has a number of items on it, lots of items as we scroll down the page. And so we're going to take a look here at the first set of boxes. 18% of the width is this first box, which is Ag News. And you can see here, this is more or less just a title. It doesn't show up on the front side of the site. It's for your own notes. Here's Ag News. It does have a heading 2, which happens to be these gold headings. And it is also linked. It's underlined. And you can see when I highlight that, it's linked to the agweb.com site where it's showing futures prices. And then you can see this is paragraph text. Then if we go down a little further, you'll see the icon that goes with it. There's that. A little bit further. More text for weather and so forth. There's the icon. There's the calculator's text. And there's the calculator's icon. And so a lot of scrolling to get through all of that, but there's a lot of settings that you can set for all of that. Usually you're just going to be changing out text. Also, just a note, we've put a whole bunch of icons in your media library for you. So if you needed to change those out, there's probably as many as you ever need already in there. So let's say I needed to change this icon. I could go to Edit, and I'm going to replace this image, and it's going to take me to the media library. Now the media library is where all of my images are stored, and this is kind of cramped right now, so let's open this up just a little bit. It's where all of the images are stored, and so you can scroll down through and see that there are a bunch of images, lots of photos, all kinds of things stored in this website or in this media folder for you. You of course can also upload your own. If you want to upload your own photos, just be sure they aren't too huge, because large photos really take a long time to load. You know, something around like these guys are probably 500 by 500 pixels, no more than 100 kilobytes. That usually will be as much as you need. So you could select files and upload your own images as well. All right, so let's head on down here on the home page a little farther. We can see online banking. There is a large heading. This is probably a paragraph. No, it's heading 2 also, but it looks like it has been altered a little bit to make it stand out a little more. This is kind of interesting here. You can see it says learn more, and it's text with a link. On the front side, it appears as a button with a rollover and everything. That's because of this formats drop down here, and you can see that what's selected is button and white text, and that's what we see on the front side. It's formatted to look like a button with white text. Then if we go on down, the right half of this is the image. A little further, we can see there's a background image set. And if we go here to the actual page sections and look at the content, lots of options here to kind of wade through, but you look at the content and there's find us on Facebook and the Facebook logo. So that's all of the sections. The footer's a little more static. Probably you won't be editing that. If you need to, give us a call. That's a little deeper in the code. Also, the Revolution slider here at the top. Again, this is a little more of an advanced tool, but you can make changes to that. Click over here in the left near the bottom, slider Revolution. Oh, wait, I forgot something very important. After you make changes to a page, you have to go up to the top and hit the blue update button. That essentially is save and publish. Be sure that when you make a change, hit the blue update button. So sorry, I forgot that. All right, moving on to the slider Revolution. We're going to leave this page without saving because we did not do anything important there. There is only one slider in this website, and so we're going to click on that and it'll let us edit it. This is a pretty complex tool, and so I'm going to show you kind of just around the basics. So for instance, you see that this is one of the photos. If you go up here to slides, these are all of the slides that are currently in the website. If you'd like to turn one off, and you can see actually this one is not live on your website right now, it's just this little eyeball icon. You can toggle it off and on, and when you toggle it off, it won't show up in the slider at the front of the website. There's also text. You can double click that. It brings up the content box. You can change out the text. Anytime you make a change, be sure to hit save. You'll also potentially kind of want to look through here and see how does it look on a notebook, how does it look on a tablet, how does it look on mobile. And some of those are a little awkward and maybe would need to be edited a bit. Like maybe we'd want to move this down and possibly size it up as well. Make our text just a little bit bigger. And drag that out a little more so it fits. And then every time I make a change, I'm going to go ahead and hit save down here at the bottom. Again, it's a blue button that saves and publishes that text. But these just show you what it would look like on a phone, a tablet, a notebook, and a desktop with these dotted blue lines. So it is kind of important to run through those and just make sure if there's text that it's all showing up on there and it doesn't look awkward. On a desktop, you see the entire slide. That's all of the main elements of the site that you'll need to change. Certainly if you have questions, you can call Firehouse Design and we're happy to help you out. There is actually a quarterly in that where we contact you at least quarterly, provide some ideas, new photos, seasonal sort of things, and then make any other edits that you want to. Twice a year with that service, we update your ADA compliance. So that's an important thing to stay on top of, but we provide that with the quarterly updates as well. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call at Firehouse Design. That's 573-893-6937.